Hello, my name is Bernadine Vance. I'm from District 6, but really it's called Cemait. The village is Cemait, but they call it District 6. From 1 through 7, we're called District 6. We're on the west end. They call us sometimes St. John, sometimes they call us Lorraine. Okay, right now I'm gonna make Cemait. The main thing is some people call it tortillas. We call it Cemait in our Pima language, Otam language. It consists of flour, baking powder, salt, and lard. I have almost a bowl full right here, so that's gonna make about maybe 30-40 dough balls. I add the baking powder, the salt, and the lard. I will have water whenever I get it. But I just do like maybe with the baking powder we don't put too much, because with baking powder, with fried bread, warmer stuff, whatever you want to call it, we put more of the baking powder. With baking powder, I just use a little bit, just a little bit, because if you make it in your tortillas, it's gonna fluff up like a popover fried bread, and we don't want your Cemait to get like that. And then it's gonna get your Cemait is gonna get dry, crispy. So with the salt, depends. Some people don't like salt, some do. So I just do like maybe a swirl or two. That's more than enough right there. And then manjik, or lard as we call it. Again, it depends whether you want. Like some make it their dough kind of a little bit greasy, some make it dry. It just depends on who's making it. I just do a scoopful, maybe about that much, and I add it in here. I mix everything together, and you'll notice that when you do the flour and the mixing, your lard is going to become chunky. You don't want it like a big piece in there. You want to fine it out inside of your flour. So you mix it, and you can feel it with your hands that they get smaller and smaller. So it's going to be a process that you have to make sure your lard is really mixed in there. The Cemait making, it comes with a lot of recipes too. You can make salba, which they call tortilla soup, and some people put butter, peanut butter. But the Cemait making, we started off from generation to generation. Someone told us when we were like, I think majority the girls were like 8 years old, maybe younger, when they started making their tortillas. And it goes along with our chili stew, our beans, our squash, and we don't depend on, way back then, we didn't depend on bread. We made different things from the flour, like the fried bread, the Cemait. It's a delicacy, I guess you'd say, in our community, because some aren't privileged to have that tortillas or popovers, fried bread, almost. They have to buy it somewhere, or if it's in your home, it's a daily, it comes with a daily meal. So
the disc that we use for the Cemait, comes from the back for the tractors or the graders that done the fields and everything. So when they're done using them or they're worn out, that's what we use for Cemait. Twigs and bark, that's the start of the fire, and we go from there, add a little more, and once it gets hot, it's your dough, everything is ready to go. Our fire process, we use mesquite wood. I've been making fires for my grandmother since I was small, for Cemait, Wamashta.
And I just mix it until you kind of have the feel of what your dough is going to be like. Sometimes it gets too wet, sometimes it gets not enough water, so you keep adding the water. And when these kids come to play with my grandson, they get that, and they don't get it at home because maybe their parents are working, so they don't get to have it. So they come over and enjoy themselves with what I have. And my kids wonder why they act that way. So I have to explain why, because their parents are working or other reasons. But I'm home, I'm retired, so I get to do this. And even before that, I still did it. Because we don't have this, we never eat this. And, well, come over here if you want some. Because this is done. I just got to put this on to the side and then it's done. Okay, the dough ball, it just depends on how big you want your tortillas. Medium, large, small. I know that a lot of them make them large. So, but I do get orders to make smaller ones because there's only maybe 2 people in that house and they want them small, so I make them small. And I do funerals, I do other events, and I make them a little bit bigger. For the big ones, a lot of them want to put butter. They want quesadillas, cheese on it, so kind of like a pizza they want it, so I make them bigger. It just depends. Like I said, everybody has their own way of making their dough. Okay. I just flop it back and forth, and then I just stretch the ends. A lot of kids try it and they burn their fingers and they don't like it. So this is like a sculpt Cemait, like I said, a thicker. I try to get the edges. Sometimes I stand it up so I can get the edges, but this is one of them. I know. We made our Cemait, a few of them. I still got to make the rest of it. And then, like I said, hopefully you get something back from what I just demonstrated to you regarding making Cemait. Like I said, everybody makes it a different way, ingredients. But it's a learning process. Don't give up. Once you start and you think it doesn't look good, put it on the komor, as we call it, the disc, and you have sculpt Cemait. A lot of people tend to use rolling pins, and if that's what you're comfortable, then go ahead and use a rolling pin until you get better. You just practice, making your dough. And like I said, it feeds your family. It gives you some kind of, you've restored that history inside of you because you're making Cemait for your family. So when you go somewhere, you're able to say, I do know how to make it. I just had the lady help me, 2 people help me make Cemait, and they didn't say no. They were very anxious about making the Cemait. Hopefully you get something out of this. The older ones, be proud of what you're handing down, because someone else is proud of you for giving that and not losing it. So, and the young ones, I want you to try, move your foot forward and try and do something, make us proud and try and make the Cemait. So again, I want to thank everybody for hearing me out, and again, it's history. want to keep that history going. So thank you.